Following the end of the Civil War in April 1865, a young boy named Booker, recently freed from the shackles of slavery, found himself in a new kind of bondage, the harsh reality of poverty. With his family, he moved to Malden, West Virginia, a small community nestled in the Kanawha River Valley. It was here in the years following 1865 that 9-year-old Booker was put to work in the town's salt furnace, his small hands packing salt and his lungs inhaling the acrid dust. The work was grueling, the hours long and monotonous. But within Booker, a fire for learning burned brighter than the furnace's flame. He heard whispers of a school for black children, a place where letters and numbers held the key to a world beyond the one he knew. He pleaded with his stepfather, who was dependent on the meager income Booker's labor provided. Finally, a reluctant agreement was reached. Booker could attend school, but he had to maintain a punishing schedule. He was to work from 4 in the morning until 9, attend school, and then return to the salt furnace for another 2 hours of labor in the afternoon. The schedule was a nearly impossible tightrope walk. To make it to school on time, Booker knew he had to be meticulous in his work. If he was late or his tasks were not completed to his stepfather's satisfaction, the privilege of education would be snatched away. It was a risk he could not take. And so, in a moment of childish genius and sheer will, he devised a secret plan. Before dawn, while the world was still asleep, Booker would sneak into the furnace and, with a trembling hand, set the clock ahead by an hour. This small, brave act gave him the head start he needed on his daily work, ensuring he could leave on time for school. He risked a beating if he were caught, but the promise of an hour of learning was worth the danger. This small, private act of defiance in the face of immense adversity is a testament to the character that would later define him. It was not a grand public speech or the founding of a great institution. It was a quiet, persistent act of personal will forged in the shadows of a West Virginia salt furnace. It reveals that the qualities of resourcefulness, discipline, and an unyielding commitment to education were not things he learned at the prestigious Hampton Institute years later. They were built in the hidden, unglamorous moments of his life, proving that the foundations of a great leader are often laid long before the world ever begins to notice.